Everything you thought was finished was only the beginning. One last chapter remains, and it will change Maxton Hall forever. Maxton Hall was never just a place. It was a world built on rules, silence, power, and secrets that refused to stay hidden. From the very first moment, we were pulled into a story where emotions burned quietly behind closed doors, and every look carried meaning. Love was not simple here. Trust was fragile, and every choice came with a cost. What began as resistance slowly turned into connection, and connection turned into something deeper, something dangerous. Hearts were tested, boundaries were crossed, and the line between right and wrong slowly disappeared. Season after season, we watched relationships rise and fall, promises were made, then broken, feelings were buried, only to return stronger than before. Every victory came with a loss, and every moment of happiness was followed by doubt. Characters who once felt untouchable were brought to their knees, while the quiet ones found their voice. Maxton Hall became a battlefield of emotions, where love fought against pride, fear, and the past. But some stories were never finished. Some words were never spoken. Some wounds never healed. As the silence grew heavier, the tension only became stronger. Now, as the doors of Maxton Hall prepare to close for the final time, the past refuses to stay behind. Everything that was hidden is ready to come out. And this time, there is no next season to escape the truth. This is where it all leads. This is where everything finally begins to end. Just when it feels like the storm is past, a new one begins to form. Season 3 does not give comfort, it brings consequences. The choices made in the past are no longer buried, and every secret that was protected is now fighting to be seen. Trust is tested like never before, and even the strongest bonds begin to crack under pressure. What once felt certain now feels fragile. Every look feels distant. Every silence feels heavy. And every moment carries the fear of loss. The characters are no longer running from who they are. They are standing face to face with the truth. Even if it hurts, power shifts, loyalties change. The lines between love and control begin to blur. Some people fight to hold on, while others are ready to walk away. And the most painful part, not everyone wants the same ending anymore. Love demands honesty, but honesty comes with a price that not everyone is ready to pay. As emotions rise, so does the tension. Arguments are no longer quiet. Feelings are no longer hidden. Every decision feels final because this time, there is no undo button. The pressure of expectations, family, and identity weighs heavier than ever. And in the middle of it all, one question refuses to fade away: can love survive when everything else starts to fall apart? This is not just another conflict. This is the turning point, the moment where everything begins to shift, and nothing feels safe anymore. The calm is gone. The truth is coming. And once it arrives, there will be no way back. This is where everything reaches its breaking point. Season 3 is not about waiting anymore, it's about facing what can no longer be avoided. Every emotion that was held back now comes rushing forward. Love feels deeper, but also more painful. The moments are shorter, the silence louder, and the distance between hearts feels impossible to ignore. Each character is pushed to their limit, forced to choose between holding on and letting go. The past stands in the way of the future. Old wounds reopen. Unspoken truths finally demand to be heard. Some confessions come too late, while others change everything in a single moment. What once felt like a slow-burning story now turns into a powerful emotional storm. Every scene carries weight, every decision leaves a mark, and not everyone will walk away the same. This final chapter asks the hardest questions. Is love enough when trust is broken? Can forgiveness heal what pride destroyed? Or are some connections meant to end, no matter how strong they once were? The answers are not easy, and the choices are not fair. Sacrifices must be made, and someone will be left behind. As the story moves closer to its end, emotions hit harder than ever before. Tears, anger, regret, and hope collide in moments that feel raw and real. There are no safe paths left, only truth. And when the final moment arrives, it won't just end a story. It will decide who these characters truly are. This is not just the end of Maxton Hall. This is the moment that defines it forever. The wait is finally coming to an end. After all the tension, all the silence, and all the unanswered questions, the final chapter of Maxton Hall is ready to be revealed. This is not just another season, it is the conclusion fans have been waiting for. Every emotion, every choice, and every broken moment leads right here. Season 3 promises to deliver the truth, no matter how painful it may be. And this time, there is no turning back. The story reaches its final destination when Maxton Hall Season 3 officially releases on official release date, This is the moment where everything changes. The final chapter arrives with answers, consequences, and emotions that will stay with you long after the screen fades to black. Every scene is designed to hit deeper, feel stronger, and leave a lasting mark. Nothing is held back. Nothing is left unfinished. Fans should prepare for moments that will shock, move, and break hearts. The final season brings closure but not comfort. It brings truth but not peace. And it reminds us that not every love story ends the way we expect. Some end with acceptance, some end with loss, and some end by changing us forever. As the final images fade, one thing becomes clear: Maxton Hall will not be forgotten. Its story lives in the emotions it leaves behind, in the choices that mattered, and in the courage it took to face the truth. This is the end of the journey, but also the moment that defines everything that came before it. 1. Last season. 1. Final chapter. The doors of Maxton Hall are closing forever. This is more than just a season finale. This is goodbye. A goodbye to the moments that made us feel seen, to the silence that spoke louder than words, and to a story that stayed with us long after each episode ended. Maxton Hall gave us love that felt real, pain that felt honest, and choices that felt impossible. And now, it all comes down to this one final chapter.